roadie with Hawk. Why does this say team 2? I'll put this in earlier. Alright, we're good to go. Let's see if I remember things.
Started, right? We're live?
Yep, we are live.
Alright, perfect.
Oh my gosh. Let me just go in here and fix things.
Okay, so it looks like we have goats versus triple DPS. This is going to be interesting. The Sombra has to make sure that she targets the Reinhardt and Zenyatta if he's left alone. Hammond just has to make sure he doesn't get CC'd by the Brigitte. And let's see how this goes. And they're off. Looks like Ascendance is going main. And they're just going straight on to the point. That was a big slam. There was a hack on the Zenyatta. Base being well protected. Hammond slamming right in. Getting the D.Va out. Oh, no barrier, so they should push pressure right now. Target the Zenyatta, he's weak. There we go.
First pick, yeah.
See, oh, they just attacked the Lucio. So they just gotta keep on pushing. Be aggressive here. Gotta keep on pushing. Oh, cool fire with the charge. And Hammond again with the slam with the mines. Oh, right in the middle of the team. And everyone's pressing triangle. Oh, the dragon got two. Hammond with the mine got the Zarya. And clean up. Let's see. Speaking out. So, looks like there's a swap from the Zenyatta to Moira. So Ascendance has an EMP ready, while the other team, it looks like they have Rally and Barrier.
Nice.
Oh, that's a good combo. It's gonna get anyone. Okay, there we go. Got some picks. And Hammond's pushing in, being aggressive. Lucio was hacked by the Sombra, correct?
Yes.
Yep, so then they know that they have the sound barrier for this next fight. Looks like there's a solo rally.
The ball is being really annoying. He's getting them
yeah.
ults
He's getting lots of value with those slams. Oh, there's the Mercy. This is their chance. Dragon Strike.
Maybe a bit early.
Yeah. Let's see here. Sombra's in the backline just being a bit of a pest. Oh, looks like they're chasing her. She got out.
Eccs Dee has a D.Va ult. That's pretty valuable when they'd have no shield on Ascendance here.
Yep. I think it was a bit too... Oh, never mind. I thought it was a bit too early, but with the double.
Ascendance is bringing out a Farah.
It's actually going to be very good. There's no one on this team that can deal with the Vara, maybe besides the Diva, but if the Diva gets pulled to deal with the Vara, then that means that the team like put in all that damage onto the Reinhardt. Nice little slam. Oh, mine's on the point again. Right strike. Alright, oh, there goes the D-Mech. Okay, they lost the Diva. Alright. So it's a 5-4 right now. Oh, it's a 4-4. Alright, looks like it's gonna be a good little cleanup.
Yo, can I come help cast?
Who are you, Kyle?
Let's see here, so they got grab, rally. Oh, they're perfect. There they go. Nice little combo. Are they gonna get anyone though? Oh, they grabbed the Farah and the Lucio. Oh,
Keeping 330.
Lucio's half. Oh, Walton barely staying alive there.
Poetic,
got
you're
the
doing a really
D-Mech
good job
again.
of keeping that Diva hacked.
Yeah, putting a lot of pressure on them. Oh, so that's 5v5. Oh, big shatter. Oh, they got the fire back up. Mine's on points again.
Ooh.
Oh, there we go. And Ascendance was able to get the win in that team fight. Let's see if Boost Deal can touch. Someone needs to touch. Okay, Diva touched in time. Oh, the mines were still there. So Diva just has to stall here for a bit. For someone, anyone. Reinhardt maybe can touch. Tracer touch. Oh, ooh.
The Farah just taking in
Yeah.
all them kills.
So Ascendance got the first point. Let's see how the other team's going to adjust to this.
Add black wow.
I pressed the wrong button. They're gonna get mad at me. Oh
That's just
my
a 5
god.
second.
Will do after this map.
Oh, it looks like they're going with the Sombra instead of the Diva. Let's see what happens. And Ascendance looks like it's going to continue with the triple DPS. I don't see why not. Worked really well for them. But again, I don't see how they're going. And there's going to be an early pick on the Infinity. Okay, looks like Mega Man went down. And the Sombra's being a nuisance to the Reinhardt.
Same with that Farah.
Reinhardt's so low. Ah.
That Farah just took out all of his health. He was pretty helpless there.
Yeah, I think he was hacked as well. Oh, we gotta protect the Zara. Ah. Looks like they lost her. Oh, they capped the point. Just a few percentage. Might mean a lot later on. And, oh, okay, I thought Mori saved herself. Alright. So, let's see what they got here. So, Sombra hacked the mini right by the point. Let's see which way they're gonna be attacking from.
It looks like Eccs Dee got their own Sombra, so they're running Sombra goats.
And
Super fast.
just die, run back if you can. They gotta reset on this one with a 4K Nighthawk. Nighthawk with the 5, he's looking for more. Rainer didn't give him the 6K. Nice little slam right in the spawn, he got his mines off of that. Summers again in the back. Oh! That was a good pick. That EP get anybody. Okay, it looks like I got the Farah. Oh, they didn't take advantage of the Farah when she was CP'd. Farah's behind them. Oh, with the res onto Walton, Lucio's gonna go in now. And alright. That was an unfortunate hoop swing combo. Looks like they're gonna stay with this little pharmacy right up top. Just apply some pressure. Oh, Reinhardt's got isolated. Farah's.
Ooh. Nighthawk really going off with the Sphera.
Yep. They need to respond to this Farah. They got grab, shatter, they have no support alts. Hammond has the mines. Alright, cool. I spotted a rain here. Alright. Looks like they're going on the far side. There they go. And there goes the mine, slam. Oh, they lost the... Oh. I think this is going to be a one fight for Ascendancy right there.
Yeah, it is. Unless Lucio can...
Yep. That is a one fight.
Ooh, a lot of fair play.
Surprised it didn't go to the Farah 5K. But then again, this is a 3K so far, along with that Zarya. Oh yeah, this one's worthy play of the game. Continues the way that's going right now, with Ascendance sticking with the Farah, and Dee doesn't respond. It's going to be a rough series for them.
All right. Seeing if they need any changes. And Keegan, you're gonna have to join the group, because I don't see you online unless I'm blind. Yola.
Hello?
What's up?
There we go.
What's up, man? Is this a trio cast, or is this...
It's mostly him. I'm just kind of here.
Okay. Do you like to do, like, mid-fight analysis or post-fight analysis?
I just kind of call
Like-
it during the fight, and
Like
then kind of like
play-by-play?
afterwards, and yeah, play-by-play, and then kind of like point out some stuff that I may have noticed that caused the team fight to go that way.
Alright, we'll just kind of go back and forth in the play-by-play. I'm gonna charge my mic for a second until it starts.
Just trying to get all the names down. Instead of just being generic and say blue team, red team.
It is Ascendance. Ascendance. Ascendance.
Ascendance and then Eccs Dee.
Yeah.
Oh, so there was a substitution.
Yep. Nighthawk for
So there's-
Annihilator.
Alright. Let me take a look here.
Alright, and they're ready.
Alright, are we ready?
I'm ready.
Keegan, are you ready?
Yeah, man, I'm good to go. Sorry, I was charging my mic.
You're good.
It's all good.
So I watched the first map, and I think, like, I'd say that the biggest issue for Eccs Dee is, like, they just have to get more value out of the Sombra play. Like, their goat, and they need to play, like, more grouped up. Their goats wasn't, like, necessarily bad. I just don't think that they have a lot of experience playing against these, like, triple DPS comps. Like,
Yeah,
the only
with the
sustain
hammer
the triple
being
DPS... Huh?
Well, I was like with the Hammond being very disruptive to them as well.
Yeah, that's the only sustain that they have on point as well. Like, that's another thing to, like, really think about is without Hammond, like, in the mix, like, what is contesting point for them? Is it, like, the pharmacy, or is it something else? Like, that's the last thing that you don't want your Pharah having to contest the point, you know? That's gonna be, like,
Right.
super easy for any Ghost team to focus down. 100 energy Zarya is gonna melt her like that. So, I think they just need better hack prioritization. They need to be ready to get those hacks off on the ball and just get ready to focus them down. They need to also stop popping their abilities so early. I see these bubbles coming out, these speed boosts coming in really early, and they're not able to, like, focus anything down, and their goats just gets burnt out really fast. So then they're easy to get focused down.
Well, the Sombra's gonna be very important against this bunker comp that's gonna be coming up.
Yeah.
So they gotta be very disciplined on those abilities, like you were talking about. And they also gotta be well coordinated, very well communicated on what's going on, call out what's been used. Oh, looks like Arisa.
Yeah, I'm interested to see how they're gonna play this. Like, are they gonna go straight to point? Are they gonna opt for the right? Are they gonna maybe try and meet him on the stairs on the left? Like, what is the play for them here?
Looks like they're thinking right, but they gotta go quick. They gotta go quick. Okay, Sombra's going right into the bunker. Eccs Dee, okay, looks like they're going upstairs. Arisa is kind of being a bit of a nuisance with the halt. Sombra is behind them, trying to wait for a moment.
Yeah, Eccs Dee just trying to get all these abilities, doing a really good job, taking their time, nice and slow, no reason to be in any hurry here. All they do have to just touch point, force them down.
Touch
Let's see the
point.
rotation here.
Yep. Oh, let's see how it goes. Oh, they got the first
Ascendance
tick.
making this
That's
good rotation.
Oh, Coolfire went down early, but they still going. They got the second tick. This is very good. Well, no one's touching point. Okay. Oh, and the Bastion kind of like. Oh no, the Bastion got taken out by Boostio. Oh, so it's a 5-on-4 right now, but Reinhardt's gonna be back here any moment now. Oh, with the res on the Bastion, he's gonna set back up and just fire right down on XD. Summer with the hack on the Bastion. Bit low. Oh, the Valkyrie's coming out. Dragon Strike coming up from Ascendance. Good sound barrier to save them. Oh, the EMP came in. It's easily winnable for XD. And nope, never mind. Ninja with the cleanup bit.
A pretty long fight though.
Yeah. Zarya
The Ascendance did a really good job there. Yeah, this Zarya is dead. There's no way she's gonna get out of here alive. If she can, that's great. She's with that 100 energy.
Oh, she can. And she. Oh,
but Ascendance
really
did exactly what they needed to do there. They made the proper rotation. They had their Diva, Annihilator, drop, touch the point. By as much time as they could, they were able to pick off the Rhine in that amount of time. Set them up for the rest of the point, really. You know, they did have to touch. They did give up the 2 ticks, but they played that perfect.
Oh, this is a bit of an early grab when they're down 2 people. And she was by herself as well. And once they got down to 2 people, they should just ran back, reset. Not invest any ultimates or anything like that into that fight.
Yeah, that's really huge though for Tuberin here at the end of the fight, picking up 2. If they can really just group up, they have that Lucio speed boost, they can maybe make the push. I mean, they still have the Orisa, the Bash, and the 2 supports. Like, that's the main core of this comp, but they might be able to get something going here, at least positional-wise, for the next fight.
Yep. I think they may have to come on the left side.
Ooh.
Good pick off here. Teemo gonna take down Mega Man early in the fight here. That's gonna be really good setup.
Very good.
The Shatter coming down here as they
good
pull
Shatter
their
on
hit.
the
Really.
Mercy. Oh. Yep. Just protect the Bastion.
You do mid-fight stuff. I'll do post-fight stuff. Okay. So that way we can just set this up right.
They got 10 seconds to touch. Oh. A bit of miscommunication on their side. Oh, early Dragon Strike took out the Lucio for XD. Oh, EMP came in, and there goes down Vision. Reinhardt solo, and it looks like Ascendance's gonna clean this up. XD's gonna finish this round with an 88%.
Fantastic first hold there from Ascendance, honestly. I mean, they really played the first rotation of that so well, it set them up with their ult economy for the rest of the game. I mean, the drop by Annihilator to contest the point bought them plenty of time to take down the Reinhardt. And then from there, it was just, they had no real sustain. They did have to drop, like, with the 2 ticks, but they built up so many ults, and then their ult economy management throughout the game really kind of snowballed it for them. You know, the supercharger combo with the Baptiste ult's just an insane amount of damage, and nothing really that they could ever overcome. Another problem with XD is they really never set up the combos for the EMP. I felt like their Rhine was dead 90% of that game. I mean, he knew the walk back from spawn better than he knew the point. So they really needed to put a little more resources into him, honestly.
Looks like they're gonna come out with their own bunker comp, except instead of the Diva, oh no, never mind. Instead of the Diva and Baptiste, they're going with Roadhog and Zenyatta. Not quite sure how I feel about that, but we'll see how it plays for them. And looks like they got Symmetra on both sides.
The Zen is a bit of a glass cannon. I'm being a Zen main myself. In bunker comps, typically, like, the biggest counter that you're going to face is going to be Southwest, right? So, if he gets hit by that, not only is he dead, but, like, he can't trance. Whereas, like, it's just more safe to go the Baptiste route. I mean, if you hide your Zen right, you ult track it well, and you get the trance off, that's, you know, the high-risk, high-reward play that they're going for here.
To me, this is questionable positioning by XD. It looks like they're just setting straight up onto point.
Yeah, they just got all those sim turns ready to go.
And looks like Ascendances are going in onto the right side. Oh, good, nice hook onto Baptiste. He's been out of position. So the supports are now isolated. And it looks like Roadhog's going to go back and try and clean them up. It looks like they're going to be able to join back in with their team. Oh, with an early pick onto the Mercy. That's a very good snipe by Mega Man. Okay, so it looks like the 5... And without that Mercy, we just see what happens. Especially with that Bastion damage. Oh, with the res onto the Junkrat, and the Symmetric turrets just take him out. Looks like they spotted the Hanzo and Mercy. Looks like they're going to be doing a bit of a chase. Arisa's on the high ground.
Yeah, really do or die moment here for Eccs Dee.
Oh, Mega
So the
Man
members
coming
is
in a bit
falling.
clutch right now. Got 2 picks, so he's 1v1ing the Roadhog, and looks like Ascendance cleaned it up.
I mean, really just fantastic TP work there from Ascendance. Like, they really had it down. They had their rotation ready to go. They knew what they wanted to do. I think they really just caught that Mercy off guard. Mega Man's positioning really opened him up there for some good sightlines on the point. Wasn't really much that could have been done exactly. And then, you know, really, these kind of fights just snowball into speed. You know, you drop one member, especially someone as important as your main support. I mean, it just goes all downhill from there. So, good job on the point of Ascendance. Are we playing all 3 maps? Is it by differential, or
Yeah.
is that it? Okay.
There's 2 more maps.
When's the GM League gonna start? Cough, cough. Cough, cough.
Well, I wanted it to be more on the off season of Tier 1 and 2 because we didn't have enough casters. So.
Also feels bad.
Yeah.
Casting is an art form. It takes a lot of practice. Not easy. I casted for AGL for a long time.
Oh, nice.
Did lots of tournaments and leagues for them.
See if there's going to be any substitutions for Ascendancy again. Or Ascendance. I keep on saying it, Ascendancy.
Let's see.
Oh, do we have a substitution for Eccs Dee?
L. L.
Yes. And for Ascendance. Rhodey for Mega.
It's only 3 maps, right?
There's 4 maps.
Oh, it's 4 maps?
Yeah.
Oh, and you guys play a tiebreaker? If it... Okay.
So it's out format, basically then, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So Eccs Dee gonna have to pull off the reverse sweep here. They can do it. They can do it. They just gotta kind of rally the troops. You know, be confident in their gameplay, establish what it is their goal is, what they think their win condition is, you know, whether it's them in their goats or, you know, a bunker comp here, kind of both can be rather popular. I'd say like a 50-50 split on Gibraltar. I mean, most teams either run goats or some form of bunker comp on offense or defense here, so they really just need to identify, you know, what their win condition is for, you know, each and every fight, you know, what their primary focus target's going to be. You know, if they're gonna run the Sombra, you know, what are they gonna do with it? Are they gonna prioritize hacks on to ball, or you know, if they're playing it against another Goats comp? I think that's the biggest thing with Sombra. Like, as a hero, Sombra has the most play styles of any hero. Like, if you want to play passively and go for hacks in the back line, if they're running a bunch of flankers, or if you're going to try and prioritize hacks in the front line, are you going to just try and farm EMP every fight? Like, what are you going for? There's so many different options. I'm, like, really interested to see if they're going to change it up, or, like, really how they're going to adapt to Ascendance's playstyle.
Well, if Ascendance continues to go with the bunker comp, it's gonna be hard for the Sombra to get like that aggressive build up to the EMP. So maybe play a bit passive. That's what they're going. But thankfully, this is just gonna be an escort map, so they have to have a bit of flexibility for both teams. You just can't be settled into like one comp throughout the whole entire thing, especially during the second point, where there's a lot of high ground. You gotta be a bit more versatile.
We are ready to go.
Arriving at watch point Gibraltar.
I think a lot of the issue with this map is a lot of people don't know how to rotate when people start going underneath the bridge.
That's true.
Correct.
That's true. So
Sometimes
we'll see
they
if
go
anybody gets
too
picked
late.
up. Yeah, they just don't all go together. Like it's just really scattered. So,
Yep.
so have to see what option they go for.
Normally, like in my experience on this map, like I play maintain sometimes on this. It should be up to the main tank to make that call to drop down or not. So let's see their decision on that.
Yeah, it's really helpful to have your main tanks call for positional like rotations. Oftentimes because if you're playing like the Rhine or the Orisa, like your main tank, or even the Winston, your main tank is the slowest, most immobile person on the team. And even if you're playing Winston, that's the case, because the second that you hit that leap button, the second that you go for that jump, you can't take that back. You know, like when you commit as Winston, like your team needs to be ready to follow up with you. So it's really important to have your main tanks be ready for that, but also your off supports as well. Like you can't leave your Zen behind, you can't leave like slow individuals behind. Like if Walton here on this defensive rotation gets, you know, is just slow on it and gets picked off in transition, that's going to be a big problem with them.
So it looks like Eccs Dee is going to come out with a sort of dive-ish comp.
I don't know how I feel about the Reaper.
Well, if they're trying to get in close expecting the Bastion, it's not going to pay off for them in this case with the Torbjorn turret.
Ooh.
Early pick onto the Genji. Reaper's pushing up, trying to like be a disturbance. Where's the rest of the Genji? And the pharmacy is kind of harassing them a bit on top. I think they're just trying to get this push underneath the bridge, so that way they can force the rotation and pounce on them. Oh, it looks like Walton went down, but Demo went down again to the Pharah. Oh, they gave the rise onto the Zenyatta. Oh, their main tank went down, and they're still pushing this payload.
Right here, a bit of an interesting rotation there from, you know, Filthy Reindeer. He gets picked off in the middle of it. Now with really no one to contest the card, you know, Eccs Dee just pushing it forward. Busio and and Ninja here taking the 1v1 in the back.
Roddy with the barrage. Kind of give it a nice little cleanup. Bit of a molten core. Looks like Themo switched to the Widowmaker. Maybe try and look for a quick pick. Alright. So they gotta identify who to jump on. Like, Walton's all by himself, and there they go. Now they gotta focus on the Spire, who's right next to them. He's getting a bunch of free damage, not being dealt with.
Yeah, I think Tuberon's trying to do a really good job of peeling for Pocket Ninja, but he also can't peel for the Pharah, so he can't peel for the Pharah and the Reaper at the same time, so he's gonna need some more help up on in the front line here, some more pressure.
Yeah. Oh, nice little sound barrier. Primals and just ended. Oh, got the res onto the Pharah, the barrage, and self-destruct's coming in. And Ninja a bit with the cleanup, got both supports. Oh, and it looks like they capped the first point. Alright, Ninja got the little pick onto Teemo. Go ahead.
Oh, sorry. The Widow pick here is a really interesting pick, and I think also Walton on the Brig, they're really going to struggle with that, especially with Busio's Death Blossom. You know, if he doesn't have that stun on cooldown, he's going to get a free Death Blossom off. I really don't think that the Brig is the pick here. Now they can really just take their time with the range that Teemo has to offer, and the Brig's going to be completely useless.
Correct. And we're gonna see Widowmaker do a whole lot of work here on this map because Ascendance doesn't have that much verticality outside of the Diva, and thankfully, I guess their own Reaper. But it looks like they just cleaned up this engagement right here, pushing the XD back.
You know, before the game, I was talking about, you know, how is XD going to change up their playstyles to match what Ascendance is doing here? And so with the Brig off support, you know, they really can't be aggressive here. You know, as I was saying, Battle AKS just jumps in, immediately gets stun locked up, and has to force the Primal here. So, you know, we really need to see them change their playstyle to a more poke style based comp, wait for the picks, and try and deny the Brig and he dies.
Oh, that's a nice pick onto Rodney. It looks like Mercy's going in for the res. Self-destruct's coming in. Looks like no one with that. Oh, Ninja was going for the Death Blossom, but Timo stopped him. Dragon Strike took out Boostio. Looks like they're still pushing. Swiss in the back line, harassing them. Self-destruct coming in. Got Rodney. It's a good pick. And the D-Mech. Very nice self-destruct. So they just got to be a bit aggressive here, get this cleanup. They should be good with this cap point, although there may be a few staggers at the end. Oh, Walton went down. They're going with the res onto Walton. Sound barrier comes out from Lucio. Oh, they took out both Ascendants, Ninja and Senpai. Walton goes down again. And it looks like Arisa is going down as well.
Yeah, XD looking really well here on the dive comp now. Doing a fantastic job. I think that the Junkrat pick is a little bit questionable. I really just would have liked to see like a double sniper, you know, pick. Again, just try and go for the rangy comp. Try and outrange the Reaper. Try and outrange the Brick. Try and, you know, just kind of make them be useless, you know. But they're doing a really good job at that so far with the comp that they have.
Yep, and they also punished the split spawn that just came out, knocked out both supports, so they can get a lot of early poke damage. But never mind, looks like the supports just came back. Battle went in with Primal, rally comes out from Walton, looks like they're chasing. Oh, nice pick onto Themo from Roddy. Oh, Ruben with the nice eat on Roddy's Dragon Strike. Riptire comes out, takes out the Mercy, res onto Themo, self-destruct's coming, and a 2K on that, knocking down Brigida and Farah. Looks like now they're just pressuring them, trying to chase them back into spawn. Now they're just trying to stall. Oh, Senpai with the res. Contested. Nope, we can't make it.
Yeah, just fantastic job from XD the entire map. Ascendance needs to change up their comp. They need to opt for just something else. I mean, they either need to mirror them, or they need to try and counter their DPS, or something. But just the Brig Reaper comp that they were on for all of second and almost all of third, just, whew, man, that really cost them there. They really could have, they really had a chance at that. But I'm not trying to take anything away from XD though. Fantastic job from them. Their dives were actually pretty clean for the most part. They were together. Timo really popping off. So good job there from XD.
I want to give props to their Winston player. I believe it was Battle Axe. He was identifying the people who were out of position, like Walton, just punishing him when he was isolated. And everyone was actually following a battle as well, kind of like protecting him from, I guess, himself in case he made a questionable dive.
Yeah, Ruben's peeling was also really good. Saw him turning around a lot for his supports, trying to keep them up. So fantastic job there from the tank line of XD, honestly. Now for Ascendance, maybe some more triple DPS like they were running there on Busan. So interested to see how this goes. I think that the comp that XD is running is pretty good for it. I think you can run the Zen, you just really have to protect him a lot. Same for like the McCree. The McCree is like the main counter for this comp. Like if you're going to be running the McCree against the triple DPS, like that's where all of your resources needs to be. So.
Now,
so this works
are
out.
you concerned with the staying power on the point, because you were talking earlier how the Hammond is the staying power on the battle maps with the King of the Hills type style. So who's going to be their staying power on the payload for this?
Yeah, they don't really have very much, so I think if XD rotates this properly and just goes under bridge, I don't think that there's much that Ascendance can do here. Battle AKS getting knocked down early though, it's going to force the rotation quickly. They're going to need to help him or he's going to get picked off here early.
Oh, looks like there was res onto Bustio, but Orisa was isolated by the Hammond because it looks like, I believe they did a bit of an early drop and got pushed back all the way to there. See, this is what I was talking about earlier, where you gotta have the main tank communicate when to drop and everyone has to follow up. It looks like they were too busy on top trying to deal with the Sombra.
Yeah, it was almost as if they completely ignored him. Filthy Reindeer booped him off the high ground immediately. It was the first thing that happened the whole fight, and they completely ignored him and he got 1v1. It was almost like he never got booped down.
Yep. Took care of Reinhardt right there, and looks like they're gonna cap this one pretty quick with about roughly over, I would say, 350 in the time bank. Oh, 5 minutes in the time bank. I was way off on that. Now, are they gonna punish these spawns right here? Oh, Senpai with the punish onto the Mercy. If I was XD, I would just run back, regroup. Don't do any poking right here. Just the worst thing to happen right now, especially after that first point, is just to like have this like be a roll. Like they just take the momentum they got from the first point, all that ult charge, and they got 3 ultimates in their ult bank. Oh, Ninja with a nice stick onto Zenyatta.
Yeah, I think Ruben should really consider switching to Roadhog here. I think the Roadhog switch could be really good here. They could really set up those halt hook combos, which could easily isolate one single person, which would just be great. They don't have a shield, they don't really have any way to mitigate that because they don't have the D.Va, they don't have the Rein. So if they could just set up halt hook combos here, that really could be the key to success for XD.
Yep. Let's see if Sense punished the split spawn a bit, took out the battle sack. Oh, and they're gonna get Cool Fire, I think. Oh, they got Cool Fire.
Yeah, he needs to get off Sun.
And VMAG. Yeah. Like, Cool Fire, I think, needs to do the switch to maybe Brigida, and I do agree with your analysis of Ruben switching to a Roadhog. Oh, but Battle Axe came out and took out Annihilator, the hook. Oh, and Teemo took out Ninja. And they can contest this payload pretty early. Oh, Roddy took out Cool Fire. And
Res comes off.
Like
we gotta see if Cool Fire here is gonna be able to hide from this EMP that's gonna be coming out next fight. I'm curious to see if he gets hit by it.
Yep. Ascendance needs to do a bit of a reset, especially since they got the pick onto Teemo with no res. Reindeer just slams in. Oh, Cool Fire gets picked off early. And no res is going to come out due to the EMP, but it looks like they still got the Valk going. Oh, the Valk just ended, and yeah, Bustio is trying to be a bit cute with the flanking high noon, but looks like Sombra's able to shut that down. Let's see if they can make a contest right here. Oh, Transcendence comes out. Hack onto battle. Mine's on the spawn door. More mines coming out. Let's see here. Walden's knock just ended. Self-destruct comes out. I think this is a 5v4 right now. Ascendance just needs to. Oh, they trans. Not quite sure how I feel about that trans, but it looks like they get it moving. And looks like we're having a bit of a ball dance on point. A bit of a And alright. It was a bit chaotic at the end there.
A bit chaotic indeed. You know, like good work from Senpai and Pocket Ninja there with the, you know, with the Discord focus at the end there.
Initiating.
They were able to come back on that because they still had their Zen up, they still had that trance available. So the second that he tranced, they put Discord on the Genji, who they knew had Blade. The focus came down immediately, and they were able to pick him off, and he wasn't able to get that Blade off until he came back from spawn 10 seconds later, and the fight by then was already over. So just overall, I mean, good awareness on the side of Ascendance. While that trance may have been questionable and that they were already down a couple people, they felt as though they could win it, and they were right. So good job from them.
Yep, sometimes you gotta make those gutsy calls, and turns around the fight.
Man, Eccs Dee, man, they really needed to get off some of those heroes a lot faster. Sometimes this game isn't about just because you have an ult, that's what's important. It's a lot more about the hero that you're on and the impact that you're going to have in that mid-team fight every single time. So, I think the swaps needed to be there for Ruben and Color Fires a little bit earlier. And the ball should not have happened.
4, 3, 2, 1.
So looks like Eccs Dee staying with their tank duo that they got with the Diva and Winston worked out for them. And instead of the Reaper or Widowmaker, they went with the Tracer. So a bit of a traditional dive. A bit, minus the Zenyatta. Oh, Ninja gets picked off pretty quick by Ruben. Rai's trying to look for a pick here. I think there's going to be D-Mech. Nope. Ruben gets out just in time.
Yeah, I was talking, you know, before the last round about that peel that Ruben does, man. Fantastic job able to take down the Sombra early on.
Let's see here. Battle's kind of harassing the front. Oh, a pick on the Senpai from Boostio. There's. Oh, Coolfire gets taken out by Roddy. Roddy's very good at finding these picks during a chaotic team fight, sometimes turning it around. Roddy gets taken down by Ruben. And a D-Mech on Annihilator. Walton gets taken down by Battle. Let's see here. So, Reindeer's still contesting. It looks like he was trying to go for the supercharge, but got taken out before he got placed. Senpai with the res on the Reindeer. Reindeer contesting as long as possible. Gets taken out. Looks like Eccs Dee is going to be capping this point.
Yeah, in contrast to their comp last time, I actually like the break here now because he's able to shut down the Genji, he's able to shut down the Tracer a lot more effectively.
Yep. Genji going for the play. Does he find anything? Nope. But looks like he's chasing Junkrat. Takes out the Junkrat, and Battle goes primal. Has two tanks here in the corner. Looks like they're able to get out. Ruben's still on point, making sure this payload keeps on pushing.
Helden sterben nicht.
There comes out self-destruct. Now, wasn't able to see what the reason for the self-destruct was. Was Annihilator low? And Valkyrie ended from Ascendance. Oh, pick onto Battle, but takes out. Oh, it looks like Ascendance is going to be able to, I think, to clean up this team fight. And there goes Primal. Got that really quick. And it's just a bit of a trickle now and make sure this payload is still contested, just to try and see if they can get a pickish round. Oh, it looks like there goes a Blade. And Roddy takes him out.
Yeah, overall, not a bad push, though. I think it kind of fell apart there towards the end. I think there was a little bit of miscommunication between Battle AKS and the rest of this team. Getting taken down really early there kind of set them up to not have very much cart presence or really frontline in general. But overall, a good push for the amount of time that they had. They're guaranteed, you know, 2 to 3 really good team fights, as long as they don't stagger themselves extremely hard. So they're set up for a pretty good hold here. They can maybe do it, but overall, 3 minutes in the time bank. I mean, what can you say? I mean, that speaks for itself. Ascendance here really setting themselves up to try and get this in. If they have good economy management, it should be pretty easy for them. So, could go either way.
Let's see here. Looks like XD's coming out with Orisa on main tank, kind of what they were doing on the first defense. And Coolfire, instead of going with the Zenyatta off the gate, is going with the Brigida. So this is a good call if Ascendance was running that Sombra. But looks like they're going for a pirate ship a bit.
Yeah, I disagree with the Ana call here. I think Mercy for the res and the ability to damage boost is really going to be, missing out on that's going to be a really big issue for them. If they get that one pick, that pick is permanent for them. So the not having the Mercy is really going to hurt them.
Yep. So looks like they're doing. Oh, are they not rotating? Battle threw down an early shield. Looks now they do. But Bao's all by himself down here. Okay, now this team joins him. But there's a fight on the payload while the other half of the team's a bit far back. Oh, with that T's at the mortality field. Looks like Coolfire. Now that it gets D-Mex. So again, like you said, that's a perma. Oh, there goes Rowdy and Ninja. Okay. So XD's turning this fight around, despite the early pick on Coolfire.
Right, another thing to think about too is, when you dive a Bastion as a team, what's one of the main abilities that you're going to have on that Bastion? It's DM. You're going to be DMing that Bastion, which means you're going to be DMing not only the damage that he's doing, but all of the Ana healing that's going to be going into him, and all of the bat healing as well if they're shooting it at him. So you're going to be eating all of that healing going into him, so it's really important here to maybe have the Mercy instead of Ana. But anyway, yeah, good job though.
It looks like they're still staying with this Ana. Maybe they're trying to go with the Nano Boost, but I don't know who the Nano Boost would be on, quite honestly. Up there comes T's just gonna be doing a bunch of damage right into XD. Demo's really low, but he gets saved by his supports. Oh, a Boostio went down. Senpai gets taken up by Ruben. Just takes out Coolfire. Looks like a Dragon Strike's coming out right onto the point. Takes out Reindeer. And at least it was stuck on a 3-on-1. And Battle gets res from the Mercy. And Riptire comes out with the 2K onto Walton and Rodney. That's an excellent Riptire. Bit of a stagger-bound Annihilator.
Let's take a look at your ult economy here. Fantastic job here for Ascendance on their ult economy. The key here is not using everything. They're gonna need a little bit left in the tank to push it through to the last fight here. So really, if XD can just take the loss, not use any ults, build up all 6 ults, and use it to push them off the cart here at the end, that would be the most optimal thing. Just force them to use ults.
Well, watch out for the EMP combo. It looks like they're doing it right now. All with the 2K, perfectly executed. And it looks like XD's is going to give this point to Ascendance. Very good.
Doing a fantastic job. Only using Bomb and EMP. Fantastic from Ascendance here. They're going to have that BAP. They're going to have the Ana ult. They're going to have the Orisa ult. They're going to have the Hanzo ult. 4 ults coming online for them here. That's really going to help them out here.
Yeah. So, and XD only has the self-destruct and the rally. And with the hack onto Ruben, they can see that they have the self-destruct, so now they can properly prepare for that. Oh, it looks like they're getting closer and closer to the mark. Nanoboost goes onto the Orisa. Looks like here comes the self-destruct. Oh, it's gonna take out both supports. It looks like XD is gonna save this point.
You know, I have said it all game. But T. Ruben, man, this guy is showing something for himself right now. You know, I was a little bit worried early in the start of that. You know, he was peeling for the Hanzo in the backline, but he actually eats the Hanzo ult, then throws the game-winning bomb in to take down both supports. I mean, fantastic job from T. Ruben this whole game. Fantastic job. Ascendance, man, they really had that set up for themselves. I'm a little surprised at how that turned out.
it was a bit, to me honestly, it was a bit of shocking because I've seen the 4 ultimates and I think they used it in like a good sequence toward the end. But the eat onto the Dragon Strike was key, I believe. And that's all thanks to Ruben. Oh,
We are
King's Row.
switching some people around.
Alright.
How many viewers do we have in the chat? Is there a lot? We have some viewers in the chat, man?
No, not a
Can we
lot.
press F? Rip.
Are we doing this on Twitch or YouTube?
YouTube. I can't get the Twitch to work. Oh god.
It's a big rip. Big
Well,
ripperoni.
it keeps saying like preparing up in the top left, and then it won't actually go live, but it says I'm live, so it's like, what do you want?
Do we have anyone in the chat?
Uh,
No.
There's 3 people, but the last person that talked was somebody named Jebby.
Entering King's Row. Initiating
King's Row. One of my favorite maps in all of Overwatch. Second only to Volskaya Industries. This is where we're going to see, if Eccs Dee goes with the GOATS comp, this is where we're going to see it shine.
Are we gonna give out like player of the games and stuff? Are we gonna?
We can talk to the captains after. I think we're gonna start that next week, though. Like, have them,
Cool.
like, let's say Ascendance picks an MVP from XD, and XD picks an MVP from Ascendance. And then, like, I'll take all of those, and by the end of the season, maybe, you know, we have, like, a big vote.
Hog, dude.
Reindeer
That's very
says his
interesting.
controller is not working. So.
Wait, who?
Who's controller?
I think she said Poetic Ninja?
Reindeer, filthy reindeer.
Oh,
Reindeer.
it'll be Reindeer.
Okay, we're
He's
good.
good now. Yep. But that'd be kind of interesting because Keegan and I have been talking about how Ruben's been really good for XD. It'd be kind of interesting to see Ascendance's view of who they think is kind of like the MVP for XD.
I think there's a couple people that are really standing out. You could argue Timo, you could argue Ruben, you could argue Boostio, you could argue that those 3 are all really doing well. And you could argue for Ascendance that like Roddy's doing really well. I mean, Poetic Ninja's playing really well. You could make a couple different arguments. So
Senpai is doing good on support, that's for sure.
yeah.
Yep. Oh yeah, he's doing very good, especially when he was Zenyatta getting those early picks onto the opposing support.
Yeah. Yeah, you can make a lot of arguments for a lot of players, to be honest.
So looks like XD's going to be coming out with Ryan Zarya as tanks and with Farah Widowmaker on DPS, with a bit of a Mercy Moira. I thought they would have gone to GOATS quite honestly, just from what we saw early on, but maybe they felt it wouldn't be good for this.
Yeah, I think they're just going for a shield break comp, honestly. Just want to try and put all of their resources into a Pharah here with the Mercy Pocket and with the other Moira for the heals. Just try and go for just shield break here, which is actually kind of the right move here. Also the Junkrat switch, so I mean, lots of shield break, good comp here against this, honestly.
Yep. I'm a bit questioning, they're a bit split off, like the tanks are all on their own, they're like charging straight up onto them. I would have gone around the statue, right underneath the building on the far right side, just force them to drop.
Yeah, they're just trying to play underneath them, and they force the Orisa to drop, which is going to be huge, but Nighthawk's going to fall, but with the Mercy falling, I don't think there's much that can be done here for XD.
Yep.
as I say that though, T. Ruben picks off Senpai, he's behind them at 100 energy, so if he can really just keep the pressure up from over there and let his team come back from spawn, they could really push in here, because the Orisa's still coming back for Ascendance.
I'm surprised Ruben got out. He was able to grab the Mega, and he's at full health, supercharged as well. He can get on this high ground and just put a bunch of damage right into their backline. And the only person to answer them would be the Diva, which is honestly kind of a bad matchup between the two. Oh, gets halted down. Oh, Ruben gets taken out by Nighthawk. Roddy gets taken out by Teemo. And the Immortality Field comes out to save Reindeer and Senpai. And Teemo kind of went for a barrage, and Ninja punished him a bit. Looks like we got a double res on Rodney and Teemo. And Eccs Dee just needs to run out and reset. Oh, late pick onto Die Hard. Lustio has his Riptire. So I'm curious if they're going to go for the grab Riptire combo. Oh, Rodney takes out Lustio. And it's the Amplification. I cannot pronounce them, but there's the Matrix from the Baptiste. Goes away. Reinhardt's charging right. Oh, it shatters both of them. Oh, there comes the grab and bait out the Immortality Field early too. Perfect. Rodney with the 2K with the Dragon Strike, and Teemo with the pick onto Walton. Oh, looks like the only survivor was Reindeer. Oh, spoke too soon. But Rodney kind of clutches it out a bit. Oh, come on, 1v1. I was hoping Die Hard would make it, honestly. It's not often you get to see a Battle Mercy. And they're still getting a point percentage as this goes, so Bastion's getting set back up. Oh, they didn't quite get the second tick, did they? But that was a very nice save from Ascendance. I thought Eccs Dee had that point capped.
I thought they did as well. You know, I think the biggest thing that Eccs Dee needs to remember is just because you get a pick doesn't mean you freak out and go in. You have spawn advantage. Wait on your people to come back. The trickle was just too hard there. But a huge shatter coming out for Battle Lake Chaos, gonna hit the entire team.
Oh, take out Rodney, Supercharger, he takes out Senpai and the D-Mech. Battle Axe with the trying to make sure that his team doesn't lose this round right now. And Ninja got a 2K with the tank configuration. Sets back up, he's going to be taken out by Boostio. I believe that shatter was the savior for them on that point.
I mean, he hit several big shatters. I mean, let's be honest, that man hit a couple really big ones.
But the shatter that followed by the charge and got... Who'd he get? He got the D-Mech on the Diva, took out Roddy, and also took out Senpai.
Heroes never die.
And they're pushing up really aggressively right now. Just trying to see if they can get any picks while also pushing the payload at the same time. Who do they have back on payload? It looks like they have the Moira on payload. The Matrix comes out, and so does Barrage, taking out Roddy, and the D-Mech onto Reindeer. Roddy gets res, and the Riptire takes out 2, and Ninja takes out Boostio. It's about... I'd say it's about... Oh, never mind, Ninja got taken out. Looks like, I believe Eccs Dee, if they get 3 on the payload and still be aggressive, looks like they're going to cap this point. They got 2.5 minutes on their time bank. It's pretty good, especially since they went to overtime on the first point. Ascendance just switched off to the Bastion, went with Sombra. Let's see what they can get taken care of here. Ruben's trying to get some charge. Oh, Shatter and Self-Destruct comes out. Self-Destruct takes out Die Hard and Boostio. Looks like Eccs Dee should just run back and reset, or just fall down. Alex hit a big shatter though, but that self-destruct saved Ascendance. And it's just gonna be a bit of a nuisance in the back line, hacked onto the Moira. Now they know the Moira has Coalescence. Oh, Roddy with the pick on Themo. Res done on Themo, and Supercharger comes out from Nighthawk. Battle Axe goes down. Let's see if they get the pick on Roddy. Themo's being aggressive there on the right side. Alex just came back from spawn, and again, Themo gets taken out. What seems to be happening is like they just, once they have the group together, someone gets picked and they still try to like push up. Oh, Ninja's in the back line right now with EMP. Does Reindeer have self? No, they got High Noon. There comes out. Oh, that gets two. And Roddy gets the Riptire. And
yeah, it's fantastic timing there.
And a bit of a stagger onto Boostio. Alright.
Yeah, and a fantastic beat there from Walton. Saves them really from that junk tire.
Yep, and they got the self-destruct now from Reindeer and the nano boost from Senpai. And looks like Eccs Dee is gonna have to rely on Themo's Death Blossom. Ruben gets slips, and Die Hard gets taken up by Roddy. They're going for the D-Mech on the Diva. D-Mech happens, and watch out for the self-destruct. And he gets two, try and take out Nighthawk as well. It's a pretty good Death Blossom by Themo. It looks like it's just Themo and Ruben right now on point. Walden's being a bit of a nuisance, stalling out this point as long as possible. And a hack onto the Mercy. Self-destruct coming in from Reindeer. Gets Die Hard and Shatter onto that Lucio. Focused that Lucio, and they got him down. Oh, the charge done onto Ninja, and looks like he's going to chase after Roddy. They should really punish this Orisa, since she's like right in the middle of their team. And Battle Axe gets taken out. Supercharger comes out, anti onto Ruben. It's Sound Barrier, EMP, and looks like Ascendance is going to clean this up.
Overall, fantastic play here from the tank lines of both of these teams. I mean, Battle AKS and Ruben, you know, really going at it over here with, you know, Filthy Reindeer and Nighthawk, like, doing a fantastic job. You know, these tank lines. I think the real difference is in the support play. I think that the support play for Ascendance has been much better today. I think that Senpai and Walton are doing a fantastic job on the support line. While they've had some questionable picks here and there, just overall, the support play is just much better for their team right now. So I'd like to see a little bit more from Team Eccs Dee from the support line. You know, a little bit more survivability, a little bit better, you know, ability management, positioning. But overall, though, it's not a bad push on the third for King's Row for Eccs Dee.
Yeah. How do you feel about Eccs Dee's alt economy usage? Because like I always find them going into like a last fight, like 2 or 3 ultimates down.
Yeah, I think that the biggest issue is just communication with that. For example, on third point, like, they threw Coalescence and Tire into a grab, and I was like, kind of like, what was the point? Like, what was the purpose with that? Like, what, you know, what were y'all kind of going for there? Like, why throw both of them into there for zero reason? I don't know. I just find them unnecessarily throwing their ults out without. I think it's just a communication issue, honestly.
So, Ascendance looks like they're coming out with quad DPS. Oh, never mind. Walton pull the fast one on me. Switches over to Lucio. I was excited to see some Torbjorn play. Oh, Reindeer with the huge flame on Coolfire takes him out early, and let's see here. Looks like this should be the res on the Coolfire. D-Mech onto Ruben. Looks like they were able to freeze Reindeer, but it looks like he's going to escape. Yeah, he's barely going to escape. Oh no, he gets taken out by Themo. Res onto Walton. Senpai gets punished for the res, and Eccs Dee holds. Despite the early pick on the Coolfire. Let's see how Ascendance is gonna attack this right now. Looks like Slam came back in again. I'm not quite sure how I feel about Reindeer doing this against the Mei.
Yeah, if you know anything about Overwatch contenders, a lot of you probably seen the Clockwork Vendetta comp that's become a lot, an interesting pick for a lot of these tier 2 and tier 3 teams. And so, while this isn't quite that, it does have some corporations of it. And so the Mei really being one of the major key components for stopping these quad DPS comps. So now, that's why we're going to see Filthy Reindeer switching over to the Orisa.
Nighthawk with the barrage on the Coolfire. Coolfire again goes down first in this fight, but it looks like they take out Nighthawk, and Bushido takes out Ninja, but gets punished by Ronnie for it. And Senpai with the res on the Nighthawk. Looks like Mei gets res, but I think Ascendance is gonna get. Oh! I'm just gonna let all the voice lines there you hit triangle take place, but it looks like Coalescence comes out along with the Valkyrie, and Ascendance is going to take this point.
Exactly what I'm talking about with the miscommunication. No one calling whether fights are winnable or whether they're lost or won, so both support ults getting popped there at the end. I mean, yikes, man. That's something that you really can't afford.
Yep, so it looks like we have some changes. Looks like Battle Axe is going to Reinhardt. Themo's on the Widowmaker. And Ascendance is going to have Barrage EMP combo coming up. Oh, Themo gets taken out by Nighthawk. That's an early pick. But with the res onto Themo, it looks like they're going to engage here soon. Oh, they got eyes up. And Nighthawk gets taken out by Ruben. Ruben again. With these nice little picks. Senpai gets taken out by Coolfire. Reindeer's walled in thanks to the Mei, and Valx just goes swinging. That's one of my favorite things to do as a Reinhardt player. It's just if you know you got free range, just hold down R2 and just walk forward. Have a blast. Looks like Ruben's trying to spy out the Sombra. She finds the translocator, takes it out, finds the Sombra, and it looks like forces out the EMP, but gets taken out quickly. Same thing with Nighthawk. Nighthawk gets taken out, but it looks like there's going to be a res onto him. Rodney, he's coming out with these nice shots. Takes out Bustio and Battle Axe. And also onto Themo. And he's chasing. And he gets Coolfire. That's a 4. Ruben and Diehard are in the enemy backlines right now. Oh! That was a very nice self-destruct. Took out Walton. There goes Reindeer after the Blizzard. And Senpai with the res onto Reindeer. Earthshatter came out. I'm not quite sure if he got anyone with that. And I think Ascendance is going to get this point.
Yeah, not really much to say about that other than just a really questionable shatter there towards the end. It seemed very winnable. It seemed like, again, you know, these teams just get a pick and then just get so excited and just start playing so aggressively and forget that they can still get picked off. Just because it's a, you know, a 5v6 or a 4v6 doesn't mean that they can't click your head. Like, you can still die. Like,
Demo with the nice pick onto Nighthawk, and he takes out Senpai. So let's see if Ascendance puts any ultimates into this. And it looks like they're just falling back, making the correct call. Boostio with 2 on their way out. So we gotta keep an eye out for EMP Barrage, because I believe that's what they used to win the first point, correct?
I think so, yes, if my memory serves me correct.
So, let's try and see what they got here. Oh, just an EMP with the supercharger. It looks like they're holding on to... Oh, Nighthawk gets res. Looks like they might come out with the barrage. Rodney with the Dragon Blade. And it looks like Ascendance is going to get this fight all cleaned up.
Congratulations to Ascendance. Fantastic win on their point. 1 second.
Play of the game.
Okay, this is a very nice play of the game. Just come out from spawn, get play of the game.
To see justice done is its own reward.
Ascendance just got out quick.
I'm seeing if they want to join for any kind of post-game chat.
Yeah, talk about games and such.
Yo,
What's up?
dude, that was
Hey,
a really
Ninja.
good game. Yeah.
Congrats on the win, by the way.
Oh, thank you. It was really tough.
Yeah, it seemed like a very tough fight at certain points for you guys.
Yeah, there was some like ball that shouldn't have been done, comps that should have been switched up earlier on. But
Let's see here. Are we getting both captains in at the same time, or are we just doing captain by captain?
I'm trying to see. It's Themo is the captain for XD.
Hey, Bo, really
Yeah,
quick question.
Timo-
Who's your guys'
Oh, sorry.
Timo? I was just wondering who the shot caller was for Ascendance.
it's either Sin or me, or Naya. Naya.
Okay.
Does it depend on just like what comp you guys are running? Who's the shot caller, or is it just like you guys like if you guys make a call out, then you all follow?
You guys we actually just talk over each other a lot. We hear the important stuff.
So what was your game plan for Gibraltar on your overtime attack? You know, you guys had 3 minutes in the bank. You guys were, you know, really looking well there on the end of that second point. Almost like you guys were gonna catch. You guys had 4 ultimates ready to go. You know, what was going through your mind there?
I think we used our Sombra EMP Diva Bomb already, and then we had like what? We were hitting overtime. And then we didn't even have any ultimates in the bank, so I think...
Well, you guys had Baffle, you guys had Supercharger, you had Hanzo ult, and you guys had one more ult. I think it was Nana?
Somebody got picked
Nano,
up early
Nano.
on, and then number advantage, I think.
What was the thought process for the Ana BAP for the bunker comp?
On a BAP, I don't know. I think we just went with the BAP, but we were trying a lot of things new. Like a lot of stuff that we're doing today, we never tried before. And just we went with it.
All right, a little run and gun. All right. I think Timo is the captain for Eccs Dee.
Yep. Welcome.
Welcome, Timo.
Hello.
So, as I make it out right, you guys were missing some players today?
Well,
Yeah.
Unicorn and Pumpio were both not here. The Unicorn was babysitting or some shit. He got paid for that. So. And Pumpio's a professional Finnish baseball player, so she had to go as well.
So both teams were missing some players.
Like,
Yeah.
I didn't have my support lineup, but we made it work, I guess.
I had 3 people like last minute, like I can't make it, and they're all my starters.
Oh, rip.
I had Senpai run main heals, but she's usually my DPS person, and she had to run main heals today.
Oh dang.
So the Zenals are good as heck.
So, you know, we saw a couple times, especially, you know, on Busan and, you know, a couple other times throughout the game, you know, these triple DPS comps. What was going through Eccs Dee's mind, you know, in the preparation for that? You know, what was the setup looking like? You know, how, like, you know, just overall, what was the goal of the team there?
Well, I mean, we're just a new team, so like the first thing we tried to get under control is goats, because that's currently mainly meta. But when we saw the DPS, we were like, oh fuck, we kind of need to switch things up, and Sombra was really messing up in the back, so I thought like we could go Sombra goats, but they worked for a while and then just not at all at the end. So all the other maps we tried to switch things up with DPS.
Interesting. So we were talking about this, you know, during the game a little bit. You know, we were talking about a lot of standout players. If you guys had to name somebody on the other team who you guys thought was the MVP, who would you say it was?
I think their diva player, whoever their diva player was really good.
Ruben.
Ruben?
Yeah, he eats every fucking thing. Every single time you ult, he eats everything.
Yeah, that stood out to me. But everybody else played really good too. Like their DPS, their Hanzo player was really good too.
I was Hanzo. Thanks. I'd say on your team, the Sombra is just annihilating our backline mainly.
Oh, that's me.
I think the captains are stroking each other's egos a bit.
Yeah, just a little bit.
I didn't even know who was playing Hanzo or who was playing Diva. So I don't know.
Do you guys have any other questions for them? Or...
I do have one question for Themo. I want to talk about Gibraltar with the Winston Diva tank plant that you guys used. How comfortable are you guys with those tanks and supporting them, especially when Battle was being very aggressive punishing the Zenyatta from the opposing team?
I mean, callouts and normal lineups are mainly like a big problem, but I don't know. I think Battle was taking the lead mainly in who we should focus, and I didn't really see if we were really focusing, but I guess it worked out.
Is one team here EU and the other NA? Or...
Yes, we were in use.
I mean, yeah.
I applaud your valiance. I don't know, man. Holy shit, dude. To play EU and NA, it's awful.
I mean, I didn't really have a problem. Coolfire had a problem on Reinhardt in the beginning of Busan. He couldn't really do anything. He was on 200 ping or some shit. But unless like when I was playing Widow on Gibraltar, I could just see like, oh shit, like I shoot someone in the head and then like 2 seconds later it just pops up.
Right. Well, overall, good job from both teams, though.
No?
Really close games. Oh, I'm sorry, what were you saying?
Do we do MVPs for this league or no?
We're gonna start that next week.
Yeah, she's talking about starting that next week. But I thought Ruben played really well. I thought you played really well, Poetic Ninja. I thought, yeah, I'm not giving out MVPs or anything, but I thought that, whoever your BAP was in Gibraltar, Ninja, am I right? I don't know, he played well. He played well for the most part.
I'll give out my MVPs for Eccs Dee and Ruben. Did a lot of work for you guys. And for Ascendance, the one player that always stood out to me a lot was Roddy on the Hanzo. Like, especially on King's Row, he got to 4 before he got the second point.
Oh yeah, I had 2 Hanzo mains in my team.
Nighthawk on your team did really good too.
Is this the only game of the day?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Alright guys, it was really fun casting your games. You know, best of luck to you guys. Thank you to Blackwatcher W for letting me come cast. But I'm gonna go ahead and leave. I've been Keegan.
Okay, thank you guys for posting.
See ya.
Have a good night.
Thank you guys.
Alright, no problem.
Thank you all.
Thank you.